and going to the bank and mortgaging it to pay for his son's college. But because they abandoned a road, he cannot get a loan. So you start really walking down a slippery slope when you start saying stuff is abandoned, especially when it's right-of-way easement area.
Well, it was in 1890, according to the maps or the documents that Mr. Feller gave us, it was a proposed alley. In 2011, the council vacated that proposed alley and deeded back Mr. Perkins, because the property, that block has always belonged to the Perkins family, the whole block, and they deeded him back, I don't know what's it, 10 or 11 feet of that property on the west side of that driveway. Then in 2017, the council quit-claimed him back the other half to the east for that driveway, which separates his property from McLean's trailer court over there. So I'm not real familiar with vacating and abandoning, but I know that cities and towns do it all the time. And
There's a proper procedure for doing so. Okay. I agree with you. There's a statute you need to follow.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
evidently
on a
it wasn't
slippery
followed.
slope.
Can be.
So if the town did not follow that procedure to do that, then yes, we have to correct it. But right now, we're trying to figure out with Hope, how do we correct that?
Or if it was followed,
Pardon, Jim?
whether it was legal or not,
If it was done correctly.
and if times passed to where it made it legal anyway.
Yeah, so there are a lot of avenues that we have to take and look at seriously. And
Has the owner of the trailer court made any claim or
No.
request for
No.
information or anything?
he called me last week and said that he wanted to work with Mr. Perkins because he wants to be a good neighbor.
So can they iron this out?
I'm not sure. We'll see where it goes.
Or-
It's right
or
now,
is-
right now,
is
it's
there-
all Mr. Feller.
No, in the interim, I think, though,
Well,
work
as
with
far
the
as,
Republic Services to see if.
right,
make
and
sure that they
I don't
are
think
picking
that,
up that
I don't
garbage.
think that private property thing has any bearing as far as, Mr. Perkins has stated over and over again that he has let anybody that wants to use that driveway go to their homes or to empty garbage.
Well, if we're getting word that the driver is doing something
And
that
I'll talk,
isn't,
well, I can talk to Bert tomorrow
yeah.
when he stops, but in the meantime, I will call Julia and find out what
Right.
their policy is.
yeah,
Somebody would have had to tell Vernon that he couldn't drive back there.
I'm sure I know who it is.
I couldn't imagine he stopped his routine he's been doing.
He just has to find out, and then if he has an okay from Perkins and his people at Republic,
Yeah,
then he can back up there and get it.
right, while we would iron this thing out.
That's all they have to do is straighten it out between them. Talk to Julia.
Mhm. Well, I think that the whole thing started out as a personal problem between neighbors. That's what it started out as. And it's
No idea.
escalated, so. Any other comments on the garbage service and alleys?
No.
Next meeting date,